Hey y'all. Today's gonna be a little different. This isn't just your normal, average, everyday, random blog from me. I have something important that I wanted to share. We went to the doctor Monday, and Cheyenne had a checkup. Well, anyways, while we were at the doctor's, we had gotten there about half an hour early. And we were just going to let Noah play in the waiting room and, just wait. Sometimes if people cancel, they let you go in a little early, so we were kind of hoping that would happen. Didn't, but still. So anyways, we go in the doctor's office, and Noah had taken his colors and his coloring book or notepad in with us, and he was coloring. And he realized that there was other kids in there. There was quite a few playing in the little kids' corner that they have set up. So Noah went over and was playing with the other little kids at the table. And a few minutes later, this older man came in with a little boy. And I'm going to say that this was his grandfather. I'm not sure, but he looked like a grandfather, looked grandfatherly, an older man. And when I saw the little boy, I felt pretty sorry for him. I don't like to feel sorry for people, but sometimes you can't help it, especially when it's a kid. The kid was, well, the grandfather was too. They were pretty poor looking. We're not rich by any means, but, well, I hate to call a child this. I really hate to title children because it's not really his fault. But if you were to pick a word that best describes these people, the first thing that pops to mind would probably be white trash. And like I said, I don't like to say that, but it's really the only way I can describe it. The grandfather was in bad need of a haircut and a shave. His clothes were dirty. His skin was dirty. Didn't have a whole lot of teeth. And the little boy, well, pretty much the same. His clothes and skin were dirty, and his clothes didn't really look like they belonged to him. I mean, they were kind of small. His teeth were broken and jagged, and his front two teeth were barely even there. He had a really bad lisp, and I'm going to guess that was from the fact that he didn't have a lot of teeth. So anyways, these people came in, and as soon as they walked in, I mean, you observe other people, and I mean, everybody in that room was just visibly disgusted. I mean, they looked, like they were just saying in their eyes, "You're dirty, don't sit by me, you're dirty, don't sit by me, get away from me," whatever. It just made me want to throw up. I mean, people are so mean, and even if you feel that way, you should show people that. I mean, you don't know what their life's like. So anyways, especially the child, he can't help it. He's a kid. Well, none of the other kids wanted to play with the little boy, and the few kids that didn't even really care that he was dirty and poor, their parents didn't want him playing with the little boy. So the little boy was sitting by his grandfather, and he picked up a kid's book off the table and was wanting him to read it to him. And he was just ignoring him. And I really felt bad for this kid, So Noah came back over to where we were sitting, and he got his crayons and his coloring book and we're coloring. And the little boy kind of inched his way over to where we were sitting at. And he was sitting a few chairs down from us, and Noah just picked up his crayons and his notebook and walked over to the kid and sat down beside him. And, well, I don't know if you guys know this, but Noah's not really gotten the whole talking thing down. He jabbers a lot, and he says a lot of words, but he can't really say sentences. So he's jabbering to the kid, and the kid's talking back to him, and, you know, they're carrying on their own little conversation, but neither one of them can probably understand the other. But anyways, they're just chatting or whatever, and Noah's letting him color. He gave him his book and his crayons and was just watching him color, and kept handing him crayons for half an hour. And it was really heartwarming, and I was proud. I was proud of my son, because despite the fact that this child was dirty and poor, extremely poor, Noah still wanted to play with him, because in his eyes he was just a little boy. He didn't see the title that everyone put on him whenever he walked in the door. He didn't judge him. He treated him like everybody else. He treated him like all the other kids. And it's pretty refreshing to see that. You know, kids can be cruel. And the kids were giving the little boy looks, you know, like, you're dirty. We don't want to play with you. But, you know, it's even worse that the adults were giving the child the same looks. I don't understand why people can be so cruel. And it's upsetting to me. And it amazes me that these 20 and 30 and 40-year-old grown people looked at him like that, and my 3-year-old son didn't see it. Sometimes we need to take a lesson from our children, because sometimes they can teach us things that nobody else can. You know, sometimes kids are cruel, but sometimes they're the nicest things in the world. So, the next time you see a person or a child like that, think of what my son would do, and smile at him. And don't look down on them, because we don't live their lives and we don't know why they're in the situation that they're in. And regardless of that, kids can't do anything about it. He's 6 years old. What's he gonna do? So I was pretty proud of Noah. I was pretty dang proud. And you know what? Whenever they called that little boy's name to go into the doctor's office, Noah gave him a hug and a kiss on the cheek. I could fly. And told him bye-bye. I'm sure people were looking at me like I was crazy because I let my son do that. But what's the worst that's going to happen? Noah's going to get dirty. That's going to happen anyways. So, that was my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope we all take a lesson from what our children can teach us. Because we're all judgmental. Even if we say we're not, we are. Even if we never speak the judgmental words and we think them, we're judgmental. But my kid wasn't. We all need to be like that. Or aspire to be like that. Try to be like that.